The greatest chapter of 2024 is the next piece of One Piece, chapter 1125. What is death? Can we ask the psychological question about what is death? What does death mean to you? That being said, let's jump into One Piece chapter 1125 because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be 100% honest. The shock value wore off for me. Unless you're a shock value One Piece fan, unless you love the revolutionaries, this chapter was not that great. And it's not that great for a simple reason. Oda refuses to kill off goddamn characters. I don't want to hear a single One Piece fan ever complain about death has no consequence in Dragon Ball ever goddamn again. Because as far as I'm concerned, the Dragon Balls, 3 sets of Dragon Balls exist in the One Piece world and are constantly used by Oda. Because death has no consequence in One Piece whatso goddamn ever. Alright? So, either way, let's jump into this chapter. This is going to be a very short review. And I promise you this time, because I've recorded this twice. The first one was 3 minutes long. So, I just felt you needed a fun intro first. So, yeah. Saint Saturn dies. I'm waiting for him to come back, but apparently he dies. He gives a whole speech to the Vice Admirals. He bitches out one and gives them Conqueror's Hockey and stuff for asking too many questions. It's like, why did you line them up if that was going to be the case? And seriously, the other 8 are now going to have questions since he asked the question. They all heard it. You only Conqueror Hockeyed him, and now they all know you clearly attacked him. So now you've antagonized another 8 Vice Admirals. Stupidest fucking thing. Unless all the other 8 Vice Admirals are fucking brain dead, then they will never question a single thing. I don't know. Anyways, Saturn gets killed by Emu, because Saturn goes up there and goes, alright, we had 5 objectives, we had 7 objectives, we had 9, it doesn't matter. It's like, we were really good, we did 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. But mission number 9, part number 9, that didn't go so well. And that's a bit of a problem. And that's what Doberman, Vice Admiral Doberman, complained about, and he's like, no, Conqueror's Hockey, you don't get to speak. And now the Vice Admiral's like, what the fuck? And before they can reprimand St. Saturn, they're just calling for a medic because they're a bunch of bitches. You know, if Garp saw that shit, he'd be like, fuck you, boom. You know, this is why Garp doesn't work for the Celestial Dragons, because he would literally kick the shit out of St. Saturn right here. So, you imagine if Saturn tried to pull that shit on, like, Kobe or something, Garp would punch the shit out of him. Garp would knock his fucking lights out. This is why Garp is a Vice Admiral. He's like, we need to keep Garp away. He's not part of Buster Calls. He's not part of anything. We got to keep him away from the 5 Elders because he's going to kill them. And I fully believe that Garp could beat up any one of them. At this point in the story, even. I'm not talking Prime Garp. I'm talking real Garp. Current Garp, going all out, can 1v1 any of the Elders. I 100% believe that. So, anyways, point is that is exactly what happens. And then St. Saturn, I mean, there's other shit that happens and we'll talk about it, but jumping across, Emu comes down and basically says, yeah, no, you did fuck up. I haven't felt my ex-boyfriend Joy Boy's hockey. I haven't seen his dick pics for a long-ass time. 800 years. And I had to look at all of them. Saturn, you done goofed. And St. Saturn's like, please, I'm sorry. I just managed your server. I didn't know your history tab was still open. And Emu's like, Saturn, I never wanted to see that cock again. And I felt it. It made me drop to my knees, Saturn. So maybe I wanted it a little bit. But still, not the point. And Then he melts him in some, like, I know that it was sort of Conqueror's hockey for Doberman. I have no idea what Emu is doing here. Is it hockey? It kind of looks like it. Then we get the faraway shot with the lightning. So maybe it's like some, like what Shanks was doing, like some fucking Wi-Fi hockey. We'll call it Wi-Fi hockey for now. Wi-Fi hockey sort of happens, and Saturn basically bubble, 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 boom. Magellan style, dead like dinner, and, or done like dinner, but so, no, dead like dinner works a little bit more in this context, because literally a skull remains. And if I Saturn were like, skeleton? What? And that's sort of it, right? Now, we also see Garland show up to the room of authority. He shows up and he says, alright, well, now I'm in charge of York. How you guys doing? I'm the new warrior god of science. Boom. How the fuck you bitches doing? We need to. And he even sits back. He even puts his leg up and he goes, we will set the world in order. And I'm like, I believe this folded leg. I believe the leg that lands on that knee. I believe it. So Garland comes up and he's like, elders, guess what? You got a new member. It's me, bitch. You forget your station, Garland. No, I don't. And he sits the fuck down and he's like, I'm your new elder. How you been? How you doing? How's your wife? By the way, you can pick her up at 3. So Shanks' daddy is now on the fucking council of the elders. Fan-goddamn-tastic. That was cool. Then we go into problem territory. All the Vegapunks are alive. Great. Wonderful. Why did we care that they died? You might as well bring back all the Wano samurai while you're at it, Oda. Why not bring back Ashura Doji? Why not bring back Izo? Why not bring back all of them? Bring back everybody, because if there's no consequence, you literally revived characters that should have stayed dead in Egghead. Then you kill characters in Egghead. And by the way, the beginning of this chapter has Stussy. Stussy is apparently MIA. Killed, or, well, not MIA, is literally killed in action. And so it's KIA. But we know she's not dead, obviously. So you've killed off multiple characters, you revived multiple characters, but you've revived more than you killed. Yeah, the Vegapunk shit can just go straight out to lunch. That shit is terrible. Thank God we're off Egghead. I am done with Vegapunk. Vegapunk was the worst addition to this goddamn story. I fucking hate it. I despise it the most. It's the worst thing Oda could ever have implemented in the goddamn story. Goddamn, the Davy back fight with Foxy is better than Vegapunk and this goddamn stupid Future Island. Glad I got that out of my system. Anyways, moving on. Then we go to the Revolutionaries. Once again, never gave a shit about them. Been reading One Piece for almost 17 years. Never cared about the Revolutionaries and their goal. Don't care about the commanders. Don't care about Sabo. I'm not a Sabo guy. I'm not an Ivankov guy. I'm not a Dragon guy. I do not care. But apparently Dragon actually talks at the end of this chapter. For once, in 1,125 chapters, Dragon actually utters more than one fucking word. And he goes, oh my god, maybe I have to do something. And that's the chapter. What do you guys think? I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, this is not me shitting on the chapter. Everyone's going to freak out about the chapter. And I'm like, oh my god, this, and that. And it can be summarized very quickly. Oda doesn't kill characters. And when he does, he revives 6 more. So it's Dragon Ball. And the Revolutionaries are still planning to do something after 20 years of reading One Piece. That's what happened in this chapter, ladies and gentlemen, as a summary. Once again, not a bad chapter. It's just that everyone's going to freak out like this is the gospel, like this is so gold. And it's really not. Saint Saturn dying was kind of satisfying. And Garling, I guess, being an elder is kind of cool. Seeing the other Gorosei sweat. But it doesn't change the status quo. It shows us Emu's power over only the elders. And they're, I assume, so now I think we can sort of garner from that they don't have the immortal surgery, all 5 of them, you know? They've been around, held by his power more than anything. Maybe? You can make some theory videos out of that, that's fun, but then it's the revolutionaries, and then we go to the Vegapunks, which I absolutely despise. I've hated Egghead, I hate the Vegapunks, and the idea that the Vegapunks are now all alive, literally they all survived. There was no consequence for Egghead. Once again, bring back Astro Doji and Izo while you're at it. Kaido and Big Mom are alive too. Pel's alive. Who died? Who actually died? Who has died in this? Roger is now officially alive. I guarantee it. Whitebeard and Ace. Maybe. Nah, they're alive. They're alive too. Because Oda refuses to kill anybody. Yeah, this chapter bothered me so much with that reveal that I couldn't enjoy the hype of the other, like, reveals as far as I'm concerned. But anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. As I said, the first the first video I made was like it was like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and it was just me ranting, being like, this fucking shit sucks, you know. And I didn't want to, you know, produce that one, so I thought I'd re-record it here. But anyways, hope you guys get what I'm trying to say here. And it's not that I thought that the chapter was like terrible or whatever, but it's just that now Egghead once again had very little consequence. Like, we need consequences. Anyways, I guess I'm more frustrated with Oda than I am with the community this time. So, have a good one, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or dislike if you disagree with my rant here. Have a good one, everyone. Sayonara.